Good Hope FM, Cape Town's original, is celebrating our heritage.
And wants you to hype your heritage this September.
Join the conversations on air and online. Good Hope FM,
Hype your heritage.
BB, Madison, Imogen. Got it? And somebody that needs very little introduction as well. So, one of the episodes that I watched, who won? I think it was you. So now we are friends, but now we become competitors. How big is that competition when you guys are competing against one another? How much rivalry is in there? And the next day, do we get along?
It's always in good spirit. I think, especially when it comes to pageants specifically, there's a healthy space for us to be competitive. And we are all very fueled emotionally by results in pageants and stuff like that. I like it. It truly is a sport because everyone gets involved with it. So, is there flames the next day? Of course.
Oh.
Girls don't like losing. No one likes losing. So.
How long have you all known each other?
I followed. Ina was the first person I followed. That was
Right.
back in 2016, I think. I saw Ina on Facebook, and that's when I started, 2016, 2017, I think. And that's when I started, discovering, okay, I like this type of stuff. I need to get into it. But I never knew how to do drag until Imogen came along in 2017. And then Imogen came along in 2017.
You, Bibi's drag mother.
I'm Bibi's drag mother.
Madison, over to you. Do you have a drag mother?
My drag mother, I do have a drag mother, yes. She is Kalani Khalifa.
Right.
So I started drag in 2021. So towards the end of 2021. So I knew nobody. I didn't know Imogen, I didn't know Ina, I didn't know Bibi, I didn't know any of the girls before coming onto the drag scene. So I think that's when I met everyone really. And I sort of got to know everyone from the show because we hadn't really hung out and got to know each other as.
So you are you a professional dancer?
Yes, I was a professional dancer before I started doing drag. And
Okay,
then-
cool. So you combine the two elements, obviously.
Yes. After COVID, once COVID happened, all of my gigs literally just stopped. And then I discovered drag during the lockdown period. And I
So
was
it's just been a couple of years for you.
it's only been a few years for me, yeah. I'm a
She's the baby,
I'm a
actually,
baby
but-
queen.
Oh, no, we're learning. And I mean, yourself, your journey, what has your journey been with Manila Von Tees?
I've known Manila since I started doing drag, I think.
How many years, more or less?
Oh, yeah. Be sponsored. I think I've been doing drag for 13 plus years.
Right.
I met Manila at my first pageant that I did, and I placed in the top 3. I just saw her walking by, and I'm like, I need to just go say hello. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. So I met her there, and we've been colleagues for some time now.
How has drag evolved over the last 13 years that you've been involved?
Mine has evolved very much. I think when I started, not for everyone, but when I started, it was rough. It was rough eyes, it was a rough face because I'm teaching myself things, and my drag mother at the time was also doing her own thing. So I think my drag especially has evolved. I don't want to say the most in my career, but I think it did evolve to where I am now, where my eyebrows is literally up until my hairline. So that's where I am now.
Who do you guys look up to in terms of drag? Who's up there? Who's the GOAT?
Manila Von Tees.
All right.
To me, it's Maxine Wild because she can do alles, like makeup, hair, just her eye on drag in particular, and her love for drag. Because die vrou sal drag eerst. She doesn't care how much she has to go out of her way. She will run from here to PE for drag. Die vrou is no lief for drag, and for me, her dedication to the art of drag is like everything.
What happens when you perform outside of Cape Town? How were you guys received?
We were in Paul, when was it? 2 weeks ago. It was amazing. People tend to think that we are now famous, and we are like, no, this is us. We are from the same places, and we couldn't even mingle with the people because it was so packed that people just wanted to grab you.
So people came out to meet you?
Yeah, and
It was
hectic.
full.
It was hectic.
I've never seen a club. I've seen a full club, but I've never seen a club that full, and queues outside line. We couldn't even go to the toilet. We needed escorts just to go to the toilet.
Wow.
It was hectic, but we love Paul. We love Paul.
Come here, Gail. Teach me.
Okay, what you want to know?
What's your favorite word?
My favorite girl word is at the that everyone is coming for me. Moment in time, as I didn't know I use it a lot until I watched back on the show. So moment in time means moment in time, but I like to use it basically for everything. It's like
Moment in
baton
time.
bread. Moment in time. So it can be like depending on like can I say depending how you use it in the sentence. So I will be like the moment in time is stunning, or it will not like moment in time to hand, or like no I don't like this moment in time for everything. That's my girl word.
Madison?
I think my girl phrase, which is, I don't know if it's girl, it's just me and they make fun of me, my friends make fun of me, is just keep saying, ni mine. I can't speak Afrikaans. That's not girl. That's not even girl.
That's not
But it's become like my little thing because my friends make fun of me and they all know that I say that. So, yeah, I think that it would be that for me.
Mine would definitely be vast and vu.
Vu.
Vu. Vu can mean anything at the moment in time also.
Yeah.
Vu. Vukunzi.
Yeah. Like,
And
yes,
I always
you
like
agree.
Yes,
explain
I
the
agree.
difference between how she uses it. She doesn't know how she uses it, but I know how she uses it. So she will be like, Voss will be yes. And then Vu will be yeah. Like,
Vu is
that's
just
like,
wilder than vast.
To me, I'm still coming up with my own girl. Like everyone who knows me, I don't girl much, but like
Yeah.
I'm saying Gillian Archer a lot nowadays, which actually means nothing. But if you look back at some of the PR stuff we did
Yeah.
for the show, they called Maxine Gillian Archer. So if anything is wild, I'm always like, you may see Gillian Archer. That's my own stupid.
And I think people can make up words as the
Yeah.
time goes
Yeah,
on.
sure.
You can make
Yeah.
a girl.
You can.
Any questions? 0712860639. I have the most colorful, beautiful individuals in studio, and you have changed mindsets. I started watching a program, Drive to Survive, and it opened my eyes to the world of F1, and we became F1 fans. Then I started watching the show, and it's about drag and about you, and now our eyes are open. Most people I know now we also know I want to go to a drag show. I want to see a show because just based on and this is I don't want to call it a South African thing for me, and I wanted to grow, but it is such a Cape Town thing. So 'n Kaapse ding man, en dit's 'n lekker ding. It's like Kaapse flavor. Ek dink in December, I mean, we want to go to the shows, we want to expand, and more importantly, we want to learn about this culture. And you are all Cape Town originals as you're sitting here.
yes.
Born and bred.
Born and bred. A couple of messages coming through. Morning to Stand, all the beautiful ladies. Firstly, Imogen is my favorite. I watch all the episodes, patiently waiting for more. Ladies, your makeup and hair and costumes are always on fleek. I wanted to know how much money do you guys spend on the makeup and costumes, and how much time does this take? You can answer that after this. Madison, do people dislike you in the
You asked.
Yeah.
What happens when people, what do they say? What do they say? When people meet you.
When people meet me, I mean, I know that I come across as the villain of the season. So I knew that was going to happen. And people, it is a bit strange. Some people do come up to you and just like show genuine love.
Sure.
And also, some people have come up to me and have shown me that they kind of understand my point of view. And then some people come up to me who are maybe big fans of other people and will come up to me and just be like, "What should I say?" Or obviously be like that, you know. But I mean, I have my point of view, and that was me.
Looking back at the show, would you change anything?
No, not one bit, because I spoke my truth.
All right. You know what about you? Looking back at some. Also, can I just say some of your outfits leave very little to the imagination.
Oh, trust me, there's more that I can reveal. There's more to imagine, I promise.
How do you figure out what you're going to wear? Do you visualize it? Who helps you with it? More importantly, how long does it take you to get into drag?
So for me, I've mastered my craft for now, but I'm still experimenting with drag itself. But for me, it literally takes under an hour to fully get done,
hour?
fully get out. Yes, fully.
I am 4 hours.
Yeah,
4 hours.
I will
At
I will
least two
get
for
done.
me.
I
And
think
then
two
he will and
for me,
Imogen,
yeah.
me and Imogen's getting done in the same space. I'm done already, pads and everything. Then I'm just walking up and down because I know she's still gonna. Oh, beside me, do.
I just like to take my time, I think.
So, under hour,
For me, it's like 2 hours.
2 hours.
4.
From
Four.
beginning to end, yeah.
From
For me
beginning
as
to
well.
end,
From
it's
beginning to
4.
end, like from the point of getting into the shower to leaving the
To
house.
come here this
Okay,
morning,
okay, then if you're gonna say 3 hours. You can do it.
how long did this look take you to?
Well, I've got half a face on if we're gonna be honest, because I've got a little bit of a swollen moment. But to me, I was chilling with medicine, so we didn't really take note of
Yeah,
time. It was probably
I
about an
started
hour or two. We started at 5, probably.
So it's like
Just
salsa,
chilling.
salsa.
So
Yeah.
we knew that we had to be at a certain time, so we chilled through the process.
So obviously my brain can't comprehend anything over 25 minutes.
It takes time. It takes time, especially if you want to like do something, maybe like a category, something you want it to be perfect sometimes.
And sometimes you don't always know what you want to do with your
What you wanna
face.
do.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you have an idea of what you want to do with your makeup, but then you get started and then you just start doing something else completely.
So halfway through you'll be like, okay, I feel my eyebrow must be on my forehead, and
Very
Yeah.
maybe this must be black. To your
Yeah.
eyebrow.
You'll make a mistake and then you'll just also go with it.
Morning to all the girls. I want to say I'm very proud of all of you. Sending love from Pretoria this morning. That's Roselle.
We love her.
Oh, Roselle. Oh, I
Bonjour,
love Roselle.
0712860639. Any messages, you can send them to me. Morning Stan and Steam and Day Girls. I bumped into them a few weeks ago. They were coming out of one of the malls. They waited very long. So my wife came to take a photo. We enjoy your craft. We appreciate you and love you.
Thank you.
8:41. So now drag cartel and drag mothers. What are the other terms that I'm missing here?
There's house mothers as well for ballroom.
Yes, full.
So
Tell
it's-
me.
It's separate. So in ballroom you have a house mother and a house father. Like let's say for example the House of Le Cap. They have a house mother, a house parent, and a house father, and they kind of like guide them in the ballroom sphere of things. The same way in which Imogen would guide Bibi through a pageant. You get your house mothers who guide you through ballroom, and ballroom is a completely different ball game. So
It's not drag.
it's not necessarily drag, but drag is heavily involved in ballroom.
Oh, is it? So you
Yeah.
can merge the two.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
historically there's
Chinese.
always been merged.
And
between
it's
the
not
two.
cha-cha-cha, ramba, Latin. It's not that type of ball.
No.
No.
This is like
Give me more. Give me
Like
more.
voguing,
Voguing.
runway category, face categories. Have you ever seen Paris is Burning? Have you seen? It's a very important documentary about the ballroom culture and how it
Culture,
started in New York. So
That's incredible.
it's growing. It's a growing community now in Cape Town as well, and in South Africa. So yeah,
Could you be a drag artist and not know how to dance?
yes, in Baltimore.
yes.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I need.
I don't wanna
will
fight
the
you live on
dancing. I will. You know, there's some queens that have mastered the aspect of just standing on that one spot
Park and park.
giving you that full experience. Because I've seen two queens that have done this for me, which is Vida Fantasia and Angel Alamo. They stand on one spot doing their song, and people literally cry. They can give you a ballad without moving a muscle other than their lips, and you feel that emotion.
Yeah.
Like tip the.
Do people
tip
give you
in.
money if,
Yes.
if you're in drag and
Yes,
busy with the shows?
tip
and the
culture
pageants?
is.
Oh, so is that part of the
It's
culture?
compulsory.
It's
Tip
was-
your
compulsory.
queen.
It was-
You need to tip your queens when you're coming to watch a
It
show.
was a difficult thing to kind of like instill in the community to tip. Because Javid for also got spurt and a tip was there. You know what I mean? Now asking people to tip you just to shake your titties here for them. Some people will really give you like a 10 rand and like make you dance for it. And
And hold it there.
oh no, hold it like that. I'm like,
Tug-of-war.
ik kan
It's
niet eens
called
hols of bubblegum koop met jullie. Hou op. Hou op.
But I think the tipping culture is slowly starting to.
Is it evolving?
Yeah.
It's evolving.
But I do accept 10 rands, just so South Africa knows.
And we do Yokos now also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tap, swipe
Come
or
on now,
insert.
oh, Yokos, let's
Tap,
go,
swipe,
baby.
or insert.
Yeah.
8:43. It's good to be with your big breakfast. We have the most incredible people here. I love you, Madison. I'm Ina's biggest fan. But
love you too.
all the queens are stunning. So all of this it's unfolding. It's part of our culture. It's part of our heritage. How far back do we go with the drag circuit in our country? How far back? Who was there before Manila Von Teese?
Kwepe. I'm joking.
Okay, keep me on the radio, Ina.
I had to
Yeah,
take that
right,
opportunity to say
It's
Kwepe. now.
Kwepe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Squeepy, Ina. Not Kwepe. But there were people
There were,
way,
yes.
way before
We've
our
got
time.
there's different eras
Yeah.
of drag. We've got the QP bunch. We've got people like Samantha Fox and
Sandra
Sandra
D.
D. There's a lot of people historically who've come before us, and we we lucky and privileged that we still get to like be in the same spaces with them at times.
And one day it's gonna be us. One day
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a Dicey Girls one
Yeah.
that morning.
Especially for someone like me, it's like I grew up with like a house full of drag queens because my mother used to give like pageants back in the day. We used to have like a
Yeah.
Shabine thing, so she used to give all the gay pageants in Lavendale and whatever. And I grew up with like queens up and down, up in the house, wigs, tuck panties, everything. Like I grew up with that, and I saw them as like aunties. I never saw it as anything else. But at the time, it was like just amazing to me. I didn't want to do it at the time, but to me, it was just like amazing.
I wish that I had that kind of background, like that because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything about the scene. I knew nothing. I knew nothing about drag. I think Manila, to be honest, Manila is the only queen that I did know because of Issa's Got Talent. I had seen her on Issa's Got Talent, and so I had seen what a drag queen was in Cape Town in South Africa, but I didn't know anything else really about the scene. So for me, I would say that she was really someone that I still to this day who I look up to, and it's so wild for me to be so close to her because she really is a legend in the scene. So for me, she's my legend, and she's my like the person that I think is like
Inspired to.
the drag icon for me. So I love her.
It's Get Up FM at your big breakfast. One of the best mornings ever.
That morning feeling.
The Big Breakfast Show with Stan Moss.
I never miss a morning.
Only on Good Hope FM. Cape Town's original.